I was built to last on the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I will achieve. And got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Go! To last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me.
Yo, what it is? What's up? What's up? Good, happy Sunday morning to everybody. We got the Sunday morning show with Hardcore Sports Network. I'm your host, Tone, from Philly Sports Rap, and I got my main man, Mac, the Giants fan, and New York Jeffy.
What up? What up?
What's good, man? That's what's good. What's good? Y'all ready for y'all boys today?
I'm definitely ready, man. I'm ready to see 7-1. I'm ready. I'm ready for that 7-1. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, I'm hoping we get to 7-0, so I'm ready for that myself. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit back and enjoy it today. I ain't gonna stream it, nothing. I want to just enjoy the game today.
Yeah, sometimes you got to, man.
Yeah, man. You know, we all fans. You know, we don't mind. We love doing it, man. But, you know, we all fans, so we really be wanting to dive in on our teams and whatnot. Good morning, Mr. Alexander. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, so, you know, we got some more people rolling in. Some of them going to be just a tad bit late, but that's all good. You know, we're going to get the show rolling, man, and get it cranking and whatnot. Anything special y'all did yesterday, man?
I ain't really do much, you know what I mean? Hung out, chilled out on your show, which was a fun stream, man. I appreciate the invite to that. And then I had to go put that work in, man.
Understood. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, we had a good time yesterday, man. What about you?
Just not watched a little bit of college football, and then I had to watch the Nets pull off another disaster last night, so I had to go over film over that thing, and then talk about it at night. It wasn't pretty. Otherwise, I'm just excited for Sunday football. Yesterday was nice. Enjoyed it. Thank you for having me out on the show yesterday too. Always love working with the both of y'all.
Definitely appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's every Saturday. For those who don't know, we got the matchup show at 3 p.m. every Saturday. We had a blast with the guys yesterday, man. What's going on, Mr. Mitch? We over here, man. We rolling. We rolling, yeah. So, got a question for y'all. So, was there a game from last week that caught you off guard? Was a surprise outcome out of last week's games, man? What caught you off guard? Jeff, go ahead.
I'd probably have to say one of the games that definitely caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the game last week for the I just gotta look up the games one more. I kind of have a brain fart right now.
No, you good. Yeah. What about you, Mac? You got any right offhand?
I do. It's Carolina Tampa Bay game, man, because Tampa Bay has been struggling this year, obviously. But the way Carolina absolutely trashed them, dominated them. I mean,
Yeah,
it's one
yeah,
thing to pull off an upset, but
yeah.
Carolina dominated Tampa Bay last week, absolutely
Absolutely,
embarrassed them, and
absolutely.
so that was a pretty shocking result for me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So what you got, Jeff? What you got?
Well, I guess I'd have to go with Seattle, pretty much embarrassing the Chargers. I mean, you want to talk about a fraud of an NFL team? You just go all the way down there to the West Coast and you check out Justin Herbert and that Los Angeles Chargers team. They got
Yeah.
their asses kicked by the Seattle Seahawks. I mean,
He's not
geez.
lying. Because
Justin Herbert,
all season, Jeff knows too. All off season, we was praising them Chargers, thinking the
did. We
Chargers
praised
were
the
my
whole
Super Bowl
division.
pick out the AFC. I
Yeah,
picked Justin
yeah,
Herbert to be MVP of the league. I
yeah.
mean, put it all out there, man, for the Chargers, man. Thought they were
that,
just gonna
uh,
be. I
That
don't
team
know
looks
what
like a
is going on.
disgrace right now. I mean, they look. I know they're missing their left tackle, Rashawn Slater. I know they're missing
Mhm,
Bosa. They just lost J.C. Jackson for the season, so they're missing some big pieces over there. But still, I mean, I know the Seahawks are playing better, but to get your asses kicked like that at home, then I mean,
mhm.
that's just it's a disgrace. The Chargers look like they're going to be having a rough season. That coach
Yeah,
might be one
yeah.
and done as well, like the coach that's coaching right now over there in the game in London. He might be coaching one season and he's out of there. It might be a battle
Yeah,
with Sean Payton.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I
Let me
wouldn't
see
be
what's going on
surprised if
right now.
Sean end up over there, man. Sean Payton. Um, yeah, my man said Seahawks is beating the Giants today. All right, Alexander, don't start nothing.
You keep thinking that. You keep thinking that.
For me, my surprise game, man, I had to go with Carolina. They cost me the football pool, man. With them Jokers winning last week. I definitely did not expect them to beat Brady. Brady had just came off of a loss, man. He's usually pretty good with returning from losses and whatnot. And so much talk about how they wasn't doing things well.
Yeah.
As we all know, Thursday it continued. But yeah, I did not pick Carolina to win at all. And I think today they're gonna falter and be the Carolina I was looking for last week.
I think
But
they're going to win. I think they're going to win this weekend. I can't believe I'm saying it. Carolina's going to be in first place in that division. I think they're going
wow,
to beat the Falcons. I got faith in good old PJ
wow.
Walker, Jersey-born kid.
That's gonna be something else, man. I mean, anything's possible. It can definitely happen, but that's definitely gonna be something else if they
It's
turn
crazy,
around.
Tone and Mac, did you think that by this point in the season we'd be talking about in that division the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers battling it out to see who's going to be in first place?
I would have never thought that.
Never,
That's
never thought
insane.
that.
That is insane that those two
Never
teams,
thought
whoever
that.
wins,
Remember my bold prediction? My bold prediction on Premium Takes that one episode was the New Orleans Saints was going to win that division.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
yeah, how's
wow.
all that looking? It's just like it was just this season has been weird, man.
It really
Been
has.
a
Yeah,
crazy season.
it's definitely been a wild, crazy season, man. It was like you said, man. I thought that AFC West was going to be dominant this year. I thought Chargers was going to be like
I
tough
picked
to
the
beat.
Chiefs to be in last place. I picked the Chiefs to be in last place. How the hell do I look right now?
Yeah, I didn't go that far. I didn't go
They're
that
running
far.
away with that division. That's the last time I picked
Yeah,
against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
yeah, I didn't go that far, man. But it was definitely some surprises there. Um, so who would be your player of the week last week? Who would be your player of the week last week?
PJ Walker. How could I not pick PJ Walker for the way he played last week? I know the obvious one I should say is Daniel Jones because of how good Daniel Jones is, but I'm trying not to be a homer. So I mean, I gotta say PJ Walker. He had a nice performance over there against Tampa Bay. He passed for a couple of touchdowns. He looked good out there. He didn't turn the ball over. So I
Mhm.
mean, I gotta give it to PJ Walker, being the guy that just literally took over after they fired Matt Rule, first game for Steve Wilkes as head coach, giving him the relying on the XFL MVP. And then he just
Yeah.
goes out there and he plays damn good football. So I gotta say
Yeah.
PJ Walker.
Okay. What about you, Mac?
Well, I'm going to be a homer and say Daniel Jones because he just played out of his mind last week, and I'm not. I gotta give the kid his props, man. He went out there, he balled out 100 yards with his legs, over a couple hundred yards and through the air with those receivers. Like I said, I can't stress it more with those receivers. I think people are underestimating the fact that the receiver talent is very poor at best in New York for the New York Giants. And like I was mentioned on your show yesterday, man, Aaron Rodgers is feeling it too with those lackluster receivers he got, man. It's affecting his bottom line as well. So it's not a Daniel Jones thing; it's a real reality, man. Quarterbacks need help. Quarterbacks need weapons. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They still looking to improve their wide receiver room because they don't have that ultimate weapon out there right now for Patrick Mahomes. So it's a reality.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You just gave me a couple things to hit on real quick. Speaking of y'all last week, I said anytime that, and it's not that he can't run, but anytime he runs for 100 yards, whoever they're playing gonna lose. Period. There's no way you're gonna beat the Giants with Daniel Jones running 400 yards, bro. It's not gonna happen because you still got Saquon, and if they doing all that running, play action gonna be available. Receivers gonna start getting open because everybody's worried about the run, and you can't control that. But if you get Danny Dimes running 400 yards, you catching the L that game. It's gonna be a long day.
It's those bootlegs, man. Those bootlegs plays that the Giants keep running. Teams just don't know how to solve them. I mean, they keep trying to stack the box against Barkley. Every single game, they try so hard to stop Barkley, and then DJ always keeps going off on the outside with those bootleg runs. And then eventually when they try to go back to that, that's when Barkley starts getting his. So it's just like a double monster over there. Like, who are we going to stop on offense? Who are we going to stop running the football?
It's a pick your poison thing. And like you said, and then also, too, when they do go to stacking a box like that, with Saquon's ability to stop and start and change direction, that's elite, man. And that's what kills you as well, because you get the flowing one way and then all of a sudden he's stopping and going back the other way, and he got the speed to burst through, But my surprise, I had to actually give it to two people, man, both running backs. Or my player, my player for last week. I would like to say, man, I was underestimating the Saints running back, but man, he was a beast last week. And then also too, Jacobs. It was nice to see him get running again. Josh Jacobs.
So good.
The Raiders finally realized they need to give him the daggone ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's about time, McDaniels. You finally realized, give that ball to Josh Jacobs and you're going to start winning.
Exactly. So he ran all over the Texans. So what's good, Halftime? What's up, bro?
Good to see you, Halftime.
What's going on, Halftime?
I'm sorry, not sorry about the Phillies last night. Just gotta say.
Yeah, man. I thought we was gonna get another one, but it's all good. We coming to Philly.
I'm sure Matt can agree with that sentiment too. Being longtime Mets fans, yes, we're sick and tired of seeing our divisional rivals keep winning, and we're just sitting at home every single year.
Well, look, I hope this week they can mess around and win the World Series because we play the Texans on Thursday night. And if necessary, could be the Eagles and Texas playing at the same time on Thursday. That would be insane. Yeah. So we're gonna see what happened. But who was your loser for last week?
Tom Brady. Tom Brady. How could it not be Tom Brady? Tom Brady and the Bucks are the losers. I mean, geez. I don't know if it's that whole divorce thing that's going on. I know it's finalized now, but the whole thing with Giselle is just absolutely screwing with that guy right now. I don't know if he's finally starting to lose it after 45. After being 45 years old, you figure Tom Brady's eventually going to start losing it. Maybe it's now, though his wide receivers can't catch the damn ball all of a sudden. But Tom Brady's got to be the ultimate loser because that team should have run away with that division. I mean, geez.
Yes,
he looks bad out there.
Since you mentioned Brady, I'm gonna throw this out there as well as the loser. What's going on with Tom Brady, man? Is that divorce really affecting him that much?
I think. Hey, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I think it does, man. I think he's just Because that's a big deal, personally. Your personal business out
Yeah.
there, everybody knows
Yeah.
your personal business. It's
Yeah.
national news. When the divorce went final, I'm getting alerts on my phone letting me know that Tom Brady's divorce went final. That's none of my damn business. I don't need to know that
Yeah,
man's divorce went
why
final.
do we
You
need
know
to
what I
know
mean? I
that?
don't need
It's none
that.
of our business. You're right.
I don't need breaking news coming to my phone. Like, that's not news to me. That's
Yeah.
that's his business. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's something.
Yeah.
So I think it does affect you, man. And then it's just he had a rough off season in general. He wasn't really around the team all that often,
Yeah.
so he didn't get that opportunity to get that work in this off season. And I
Yep.
know he's Tom Brady. He's a veteran. People think he can just step in but he's still got to get that work in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of injuries with that team, so it's just been a lot going on. He's a 45-year-old quarterback. At the end of the day, you still got to remember that, put it in the perspective that he ain't no young man no more. So things got to be set up pretty nice for him, and right now it's just not. So
And you
Yeah.
got to think too that the rest of that team is not helping him out either. I mean, their wide receiver Mike Evans is dropping balls wide open in the middle of the field. Godwin's been hurt. Julio Jones. I mean, this dude should start thinking about retiring. I mean,
Julio's not Julio anymore. Yeah, Julio's not Julio
Julio's
anymore.
gone. And their offensive line is garbage. I mean, their offensive line can't block anybody. Talking about Tristan Wirfs. Tristan Wirfs being the best right tackle in football? Hell no, not anymore. Their defense is losing players. They just lost Shaq Barrett for the season. They might have lost Antoine Winfield Jr. for the season. Their defense can't stop anybody right now. So that's that entire Bucs team that's falling apart. But, I mean, Tom Brady's not getting the help. While it's him also falling apart, his team is not helping him either.
Yeah, I had to agree with y'all. So for my loser, it would definitely be the Bucks O-line and the Bucks as a whole. Period. That's my loser for last week. Because y'all definitely should have played much better and been able to handle Carolina and PJ Walker.
Yeah.
And so that stinks. And then with Tom Brady, I just think it's been a rough off season. Ever since he made that decision to come back, and then him and his wife going through his things, and like you said, Mac, I got the alert too. I'm like, dang, why they doing this to this man? Like something, can he keep something private? God dang, you know what I'm saying?
Like, we really need to know about that. I mean, that's his and Giselle's own business. We don't need to get alerts about that. It's none of our goddamn business what's happening with them in their personal
Like
lives.
as soon as they put pen to paper, Tom Brady in jail, they're officially divorced. Like what?
Oh, it's time to put it all over ESPN. Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen are divorced.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's wild. So, yeah, hopefully in a few weeks, man. I guess he kind of start healing if he even can, because I mean, 13 years is a long time. Let's not sleep on that. And that it was just a couple years. 13 years, you got kids together, and they're young. You got, young kids don't really understand, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot,
especially when your parents are in the spotlight. So it's extra. It's even extra on the kids too, because like you said, everybody they go to school, everybody know their business. You know what I mean? It's just a whole thing, man. National media need to chill out sometimes, man. Give people their personal space, man.
Absolutely, I would agree with you as a whole. Philly said Jacksonville and Dummer right now is horrible. Yeah, I know. So I have it on.
Dumber. So Nathaniel Hackett, everyone. God damn it, they really need to fire that coach.
Trevor Lawrence threw a red zone interception, though.
Yeah, then that's what I'm going to say. Lawrence and Jacksonville threw an interception in the red zone. They was about to score. Jacksonville get the ball. They ain't doing jack.
They need to stop taking Denver and Jacksonville off primetime football games.
Yeah, man. I can't wait till they start flexing these schedules.
Please. I mean, God, Denver needs to fire their coach. This guy is clearly out of his league.
Yeah.
Out of his league with how bad
he is. Very bad hire, man, for them. That dude's trash.
Yeah. So what grades would you get at NFL trade deadline, and what moves could still happen? Go ahead, Mac.
I mean, it's hard to give a grade because it's still things still going on right now. Obviously, I want the New York Giants to get a wide receiver in there at this point. I mean, I think if we really want to be serious about making a run, getting into that postseason, and maybe even making something happen, we need to get a legitimate receiver threat out there for Daniel Jones and his offense, because that's the one thing that's truly slowing this offense down. Is just not having someone out wide that defenses have to respect, because we just don't got that. And I can't sit around waiting for Galladay to get healthy and think that he's going to come out and all of a sudden we're going to see a new Kenny Galladay all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I just think we're going to keep seeing the same guy until he proves me otherwise. So we need to get somebody dependable out there. And as you saw, we made that move, traded Kadarius Toney away. So that potential explosive playmaker obviously ain't running up the tunnel no more for the New York Giants either. So. I'm waiting on that to happen. I'm really waiting on the New York Giants to make some kind of a move with that wide receiver spot. Hopefully, we can get it done before Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. I know one thing. I hope somebody picked up ETN in the fantasy because he rolling. He just busted a long one.
Yeah, ETN's been good. You just got to hold on to that football. I mean, I give the Giants I give them a B for getting a 3rd round pick for a guy that barely even did anything in his Giants career with trading Kadarius Toney. I mean, Joe Shane, you're a friggin' magician. You got a 3rd round pick for a dude that didn't even score a touchdown as a Giant. I mean, damn, kudos to you, man.
Guess where he came from?
Florida.
No, I mean, the Eagles staff I'm talking about. Y'all got y'all people over there stealing from the Eagles staff, man.
That's Brandon Brown. Yeah, thank you for Brandon Brown. We appreciate it. We appreciate what Brandon Brown is doing for us. The dude's been also a magician over there.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony, I'm not sorry to see you go, bro. I mean, good luck to you in Kansas City. Giants, I think, did well with that. I think you guys getting Robert Quinn was a good move. I know he's a free agent after the season, but he's going to add some more depth to your pass rush. So, I mean, it's just only going to help you guys out. James Robinson to the Jets. That's a good move after they lost Breece Hall. That's a damn good move for them.
Yeah, that was a good move. Absolutely.
In terms of any other moves that could happen, I heard the Saints are probably not trading Kamara, so you could take him off the table. We do need a wide receiver. I don't know if the Broncos are going to be ballsy enough to trade Jerry Jeudy or KJ Hamler. I've heard Brandon Cooks could be an option, that the Texans are open to moving him, and the Giants are in the mix to get him. I'm not saying DJ Moore. I think he's definitely out of the mix. I mean, could I see some more trades? Yeah, maybe like 1 or 2, but I don't know. I mean, whenever we get like on the trade deadline day, it always like is a bunch of chatter. Nothing ends up happening. And I'm answering Philly halftime. Who the hell wants Michael Thomas? The dude can't stay out. The dude is always hurt. It's like 3 straight years the guy can't stay out. You want to hear the contract? And I like Thomas too. The dude just is like an injury waiting to happen. So no.
Look, I left that up there. I wanted you to see that, man, while you was talking about picking up wide receivers, and I saw
he's not the one. He's not the one.
Too much money in the dude. We have enough guys that can't stay healthy. I don't want another one on our team.
Yeah, me personally, man, like Max said, we still got a little more time in this. So it's kind of really hard to say, but I do think there has been some great moves made. Like y'all named a few of them, you know what I'm saying, with a man for leaving the Jazz and going over there, Robinson.
It sounds like Chase Claypool is off the table too. It sounds like Pittsburgh's not trading him, so you could take his name off the trade channel.
And now I, no love lost, man, but I really hope y'all don't get y'all receiver, because I feel like if we was gonna have a leg up on beating y'all, it's because of the outside, and we got Slay and Bradbury.
Don't worry, we got the great Kenny Galladay coming back. Have no fear, Galladay is on.
I ain't worried about him.
Number 19. Don't worry, he's gonna come back and he's gonna show vengeance. Another guy hasn't scored a freaking touchdown, please.
Yeah, but I feel like if y'all add a receiver that's with some speed, that's gonna give y'all offense is gonna be a problem. When you got Saquon, if he can stay healthy and that shoulder holds up or whatever. But I'm hoping y'all don't. As far as any other moves, man, I wonder. I'm just wondering for real on my boys' end. Are they going to get another safety because of depth problems? Like I said, if one of our top 2 go down, Kayvon Wallace sucks. He's been horrible. He's been exposed, and that's not the answer. So I am concerned about that position, or either corner, where, and I know a lot of people have been talking about running back. So really, that's 3 positions, but corner for sure, because if we lose our top 2, who we got for the outside? I know we got Zach McPherson, but I don't know if I feel comfortable with
Do you
him
guys
out.
need a running back though? I mean, your running back crew is not that
No.
bad with the Boston
No,
Scott
they do
and
not.
Gainwell. You don't need a running back. I don't know why there's rumors for
I don't know what all the
Kamara.
running back talk
And
about in Philly is either. I don't understand that either.
you guys got
So
good depth at running back, so I don't
so
get it.
I so the thing is, and again, now maybe that conversation changes if they use Trey Sermon, they got him, but they're not using him. But the thing is, let's just say we got a long rest of the season go. So we lose Miles. Just having just Gainwell and Boston Scott, I don't think it's going to be enough. Now, but again, they got to utilize Sermon so we can see what he got, because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you do have Trey Sermon there, so maybe they're not going to bother with the running back position. Maybe, it's just a lot of hype and talk, and they look at the two positions I mentioned when it comes to safety and corner because of depth concerns if we get a major injury. And you all know, once you get one corner spot that's weak, teams are coming for
We
you.
know we've had 8 quarterback injuries the entire season, but we're still making it work. I mean, we've been losing corners every single week. It seems like we got Fabian Morneau that's going out there and playing like an All-Pro. So, I mean,
absolutely, yeah. So, what's your reaction to the Robert Quinn trade, though?
The rich get richer.
yeah,
That's how I look at it, man.
The how
The rich
we
get
venture,
richer,
man.
How do you go into your bye week? You're already going to your bye week undefeated and find a way to still get better. The Eagles figured that out, man, with that acquisition of Robert Quinn, man. He hasn't been having a year like he had a year ago, but that also could be to circumstances due to he's getting all the attention on that defense, man.
Absolutely,
So he doesn't have Khalil Mack over there anymore to take away some of that attention from him. So it's been a little bit rougher for him this year for Chicago, but it's been easy to just focus on him. Now with the Eagles, once again, you can't just focus on Robert Quinn because you got Hassan Reddick, you got Brandon Graham, you got other elite guys out there, man, that you got to pay attention to. So I think that opens things up for Robert Quinn. He's going to come in there and have a great second half of the year with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, all it really does is just strengthens up your rotation in terms of your defensive line. You look at Buffalo. Why is Buffalo doing so well in that defense? Because they rotate those guys in and out constantly, keeping them all fresh. Now you add a guy like Robert Quinn. You add him there with Brandon Graham, with Hassan Reddick, with Josh Sweat, and you got those defensive tackles. All it's going to do is it's going to give your defense even more looks on the outside, and you could even go 4 defensive end blitz. You could have 4 guys on that defensive line, 4 pass rushers like we used to do back in the day, and go out there and just send all the dogs after the quarterback. So it's only going to make it even better. It's gonna freshen up the guys as you get later into the games and later in the season. So, like Max said, the rich get richer. That Howie vision, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And what's up, normal guy? I saw you earlier, man.
Love normal guy.
Appreciate that. Was good. But yeah, you're right. I love the move. Howie, like you said, doing his thing, man. And yeah, that was a big problem as far as why he only had the 1 sack. He was double teamed the most. I mean, more than Michael Parsons. It's like 50-something% of the time he was getting double teams. And then like you said with Chicago, if you have nobody else to get pressure, then you slow all that down. So it's gonna make it hard for him to get the sacks, and they changed their system up.
The Broncos are looking to trade Bradley Chubb. That's interesting.
Yeah, because he was out there as one of the people they was talking about Philly could possibly go after. But I don't know what they were asking for.
What do you think?
The Broncos are starting to get desperate. The Broncos are in a situation now where after making that big trade for Russell Wilson and it's clearly not working out, they need to regain some draft capital because they gave up major draft capital to acquire Russell Wilson. So they trying to figure out any way to get recruit some of these draft picks, and they looking like they pretty much serving everybody up.
Yeah.
What do you think you could get for a Bradley Chubb, though? Do you think you can get a first or maybe like a second at best? I think maybe a second.
I'm gonna think it's probably gonna start with a 2 and might possibly have something to say. It could go to a 1. I mean, it's not like he's not performing. I don't know what Denver issue is, but he's performing. He's even up there. I think he had like 5.5 sacks or whatever before today's game, something like that.
Yeah.
So
he's signed an extension, right? Or is he still on his rookie deal?
He needs a contract. He needs a contract.
Okay. So you probably have to trade for him and then eventually extend him at the end of the season.
Pay him. Correct. Yeah, because like with the Eagles, they signed Quinn, then they took and voided his last 2 years because he was going to be paid a lot. So it's like, all right, so now after this year, either we're going to have to get him re-signed or he'll be gone. Like you said, it's just a temporary pickup.
I could actually say you could actually go after them, and I hate saying it. The Cowboys. Add on that ferocious pass rush. Add a guy like Bradley Chubb out there with
Jeez,
DeMarcus
I don't need that.
and Parsons. I could see it. I could
ain't
see the
trying to put that
Cowboys
in
going
there.
out
Don't
there
put
and
that
adding
in
to
there.
the defense. I don't want to think about it, but I could see it.
Let's not speak that into existence.
We're not speaking that, bro. No,
My
sir.
apologies. Don't listen to what I had to say because if it ends up happening, if Bradley Chubb ends up becoming a Cowboy, all the Giants fans and Eagles fans are going to be coming at me like, Jeff, what the hell are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Why did you put that nonsense in there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, halftime said he in his last year of his contract. Yeah, so there you go. So today, guess a crazy question, but is there any chance that they don't lose? So will the Packers lose their fourth straight against the Bills today? Is there any chance Packers can pull out a win, man?
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
there's always a chance, I suppose. That's why they play the game, but it's not very likely. It's not a very it's not a good chance. I tell you that. I'm certainly not putting any money down on that. I'm expecting that to happen. The Packers have been a dumpster, man. Dumpster fire the last few weeks, man. It's been getting worse and worse and worse. So no. The Bills are just a way different animal than any of the last few teams that they've lost to. So that's a whole different step up in class there. So I don't.
Yeah.
That team is on a mission. That Bills team is on a mission right now. They're looking to just go out there and absolutely just take names. I mean, nobody's going to be stopping them. So I got the Bills. Mitch, I thought you were busy this morning.
The baby couldn't sleep. So my cousin had a baby, and
you got all nicely clean shaven too for this appearance today too. You got all nicely clean shaven too for this appearance.
Yeah. I went all out, and now I can't even go.
Oh Lord, that's wild.
Hey, now I get to talk football with you guys, and then I got Cool Cat right after. It's all good. The green screen's kind of messed up, but other than that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Earl, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? Earl said which NFL team will have the redemption day?
Sure as hell won't be the Packers.
I was just about to say that.
Earl, I'm going to say
it won't be the Brooklyn Nets, though. I'm watching the video. I watched the video this morning.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, I love the light.
Yeah.
I think the Rams, man. I like the Rams, man. To come out there and, like I said, turn their season around, get it back going on track, man, and start looking like a current Super Bowl champion. It's supposed to look, because they've been looking a mess.
Yeah.
I can see one of those teams right there. I think one of those teams right there, and that the Rams and the 49ers have the perfect opportunity to start turning things around because both those teams are a lot more talented than what they're showing right now. So, I'm gonna say the 49ers, even though Debo's not playing, I still like the talent on that team. So I'm gonna say the 49ers are gonna start turning it around eventually.
Got you.
Almighty.
Saying
you know what? I might think the Raiders. Even though they didn't win.
Up there too, yeah.
I'm thinking the Raiders against the Saints. I mean, do they still not have Jameis Winston?
He's not playing. They're playing the Red Rifle instead. They're benching Jameis Winston for Andy Dalton. You know that's all they have to say about Jameis Winston right now. That's crazy.
I guess we're gonna be seeing another video of the guy jumping in the end zone.
Oh God!
That's great. Redemption wise, man, I don't know. Redemption. I don't know, man.
It won't be the Eagles.
Well, I hope it don't flip because we've beaten Pittsburgh. Haven't won there, and I forget how many daggone games, man. I think they lost.
That could be a redemption, though.
Yeah, so I'm hoping
on their side.
I hope it don't be with the Eagles.
I don't want it to happen, but it could happen.
I don't trust Kenny Pickett going against your defense. You guys are
No.
opportune defense,
Right.
and Pickett's been throwing picks like crazy. So I
Almighty
think you
actually
guys-
doesn't want a player on the Giants.
I can't believe he said Almighty said he don't want Brandon
Almighty,
Cooks.
Almighty. If I'll take Brandon Cooks any day over the guys that we have right now, I'll sign up. Give me Brandon Cooks. He'd be an instant upgrade on the guys we have. In terms of Philly halftime's question, yes. The Broncos lose today. Absolutely get Nathaniel Hackett the hell out of Denver. Ever
It's
since
not
Mac
going to
and I,
happen, bro.
ever since Mac and I had to watch and cover that game, the first game of the
I was
season,
there.
watch that dumbass coach do what he did. That coach should be fired ASAP. He is not a head coach. He's a coordinator at best. That's
They
it.
should have saw the writing on the wall right then after the week one debacle on Monday Night Football, man.
Yeah.
They should just leave that guy in London if they lose today, man. Leave him over there in London, man.
Well, it didn't help though that Melvin Gordon fumbled twice in that game.
Yeah, it
And they
didn't
fumbled
help.
No,
three
that was it. It was
times, and that didn't
Gordon
help them at
fumbled
all.
and Javante Williams, both their running backs fumbled in that game. But no, that
Yeah.
coach, he's not a head coach. He's one of those guys that's just a better coordinator than coach. It's plain and simple.
I hope y'all don't get Jerry Judy, bro. I'm sorry. I really hope you don't. He's out here doing his thing right now. He got.
I hope we do get Jerry Judy. I hope we do.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. but what would you have to give up though? That's my question.
Maybe like a third or a fourth. I've heard they might want to
Yeah.
have the best for second, but I think a third maybe at the best.
The second will be too high. I would agree with the third.
Yeah.
What
We got that extra third too.
Earl said, "What's the key? What's the key to the Giants beating the Seahawks today?"
Run the
And I gotta
football.
admit, I like the little
Run the football,
emoji there,
run
the
the
key.
football.
I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Run the football, run the football, run the football. The Seahawks have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. We have arguably the best, we probably have the best running offense in the NFL. Run
We do.
the damn
We do.
football. Run the football and keep contained on the outside. Do not allow Kenneth Walker to bounce to the outside because our rush defense is horrible too right now lately. So we
Absolutely.
cannot allow Kenneth Walker to go off. And DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are playing this game, so we got to watch.
Yeah, DK Metcalf is playing. I'm stunned by that news actually this morning that they
Wait,
announced
he's
that he will be
playing now? Oh,
playing.
wow.
So
Yeah, he's
I'm not
playing.
sure.
Oh,
Not sure how healthy he actually is, but at the same time, he's on the field. He has to be respected. So
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
see how that goes.
yeah,
Jerry Judy just scored a touchdown, by the way, so it's
Yeah.
10-7 Jacksonville.
there it is. Yep, for sure. So, what do y'all think? Are the Patriots done if they lose today to the Jets? Mac, what you got, man?
I'd say they're done because that division is got Buffalo, Miami is going to start surge back again with Tua back in the lineup. The Jets are looking really good too. So the Patriots go down today, they can pretty much cancel Christmas on this season, man. They seem to be confused at the quarterback position right now. Now so they don't know whether they want Mac Jones, Bailey Zappa. It's weird seeing a team like that in so much flux right now, man. The Patriots is just not what you're used to seeing with them. Season to season, usually Bill Belichick usually handles these type of things better, but it's been kind of a mess. And I guess just the level of competition within the division, they're used to they're no longer the mighty Patriots. You know what I mean? Now you got the Bills are definitely the kings of that division right now, and you got all the rest of the teams are chalking up to the Bills, and they're all just ahead of the Patriots right now. It is what it is. You're not going to get it done with that little bit of talent you got on that team, man. It's not the same when you had Tom Brady making it work.
Yeah.
It's not. you gotta figure something out. You gotta rebuild, man. Start from the bottom. You had a great run, Patriots, all through the 2000s. You know what I mean? Great run. You know what I mean? No, probably won't see a dynasty like that ever again. But
Yeah, that don't come around often, bro. That definitely don't come around.
their time is up though, man.
Yeah. Well, what you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I think that the Patriots, if they can't beat the Jets, and you know the Jets are salivating at the fact that they can pretty much put the nail in the coffin of Bill Belichick, who's tortured. If there's any team in that division that's been tortured the most by Bill Belichick and the Patriots, it's been the Jets. The Jets have got the opportunity right now to literally put the nail in the coffin on Bill Belichick and that Patriots team. I think they will. I think the Jets are a better team. I know they lost Vera Tucker and Breece Hall last week, but I still think the Jets are overall a better football team. And I just think the Patriots, in terms of talent-wise, they're not more talented than the other 3 teams in their division. I think that Bill Belichick has really got to start getting some more younger talent and infusion on this team. And who's the starting quarterback? Like Max said, Bailey Zappi? I mean, Mac Jones? I mean, are either one of these guys right now showing that they could be a potential franchise quarterback? No. And this team is talent deficient all over the place. I could easily see that's a team also look for. The Patriots could be a team that starts selling off some pieces at the trade deadline if they lose today. And yeah, I just think that the Patriots are done if they lose this because the other 3 teams are just better.
Yeah. Mitch, go ahead. What do you think, bro?
So as I was thinking of this question, and yes, guys, I'm the one who comes up with the question. So
yeah,
as I was thinking about this question, it just like it hit me. With Bill Belichick at the helm, does he need? I guess Tom Brady or Bill Belichick needed Tom Brady more than Tom Brady needed Bill Belichick. We're experiencing it right now.
I mean, you could say that, but they did make the playoffs last year, the Patriots. So, I mean, Belichick has done. They did it, but they didn't have a lot of talent, and Belichick still managed to take his team to the playoffs. So you got to give credit where credit is due. I think both of them are obviously better with each other there, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say that, but
I kind of agree with Jeff saying. Well, Jeff's hitting off. I think they just work really well together. It just worked, and it's. But I mean, yeah, sure. Tom Brady's going off Tampa Bay, won a Super Bowl down there as well. So I can see where you coming from, where you might think maybe that Bill Belichick needed Tom Brady more. But at the same time, man, you can't discount what Bill Belichick job he did either. I mean, because a lot of years that team wasn't exactly stacked with talent. It was just pretty much Tom Brady and a bunch of guys. You know what I mean? That nobody really remembers other than those couple of years with the Randy Moss years and stuff like that. Other than that, can't you go down that line and really got to think about some of these receivers Tom Brady was throwing the ball to over the years while this team was stacking championships. It's pretty phenomenal, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about David Patton, Troy Brown. I mean, David Givens. Those are the guys he was throwing the ball to. I mean, everybody's going to say, "Oh, the Patriots won because of their defense." Well, you need you need to have some offense too. And Tom Brady was getting it done with guys that were decent receivers. I mean, Deion Branch was okay. He was not bad. But, I mean, these guys weren't household names, and Brady was still getting it done. So, I have to say both guys, I agree with Matt. Both these guys need each other. It's apparent as day. The team is just not the same without Brady. So,
yeah. Well, man, I wish I was in Philly right now. Darius Slade's wife put on Twitter she had 3 extra game tickets. My bad.
I was going to be in Philly, but
I'm sure there's some nice tickets, too.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's what I was thinking. I said, "Yo, those probably some fire seats, bro." God, hey, yeah.
But your coaches showed up with the Phillies, all the Phillies gear on, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The teams are cross promoting, man. Flyers just need to keep doing their thing, and then I'll start talking about them a little bit. But I gotta wait.
They just won 2 in a row.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Still fire Doc Rivers.
Absolutely. But yeah, real quick, I think Patriots, man. I think they already done. I don't think it matters if they lose or not. I think they already done. Yeah. Just that's my opinion. They got a quarterback situation where they don't know who's the quarterback for real. It's up in the air. I do think if they lose today, they might put some people up there that'll help the Eagles sneak in and go ahead and grab that safety from them that they got over there that they barely played, Jabril Peppers. That also help out with our return game because he can return. So,
y'all just want all the former Giants, huh? Y'all just trying to get all the Giants.
You want Logan Ryan too? Why don't you go out there to Tampa Bay and get Logan Ryan? You can have our entire former Giants.
Hey, look, man. On your team. We just trying to fill some voids. He wouldn't be a starter for us. We got our starters, but we need help with special teams. Hey, what better way to go against the Giants with their former players? They'll be ticked off.
That's all right. Those guys can't cover right now either, so we'll be burning them over the middle. Pep is horrible when it comes to covering people, so it's all good.
No, he is. That's why he's a backup and he will play in the box. They got their covers, safeties back there. So either way you look at it,
Landon Collins role pretty much.
Definitely, we used to eat
like safety.
We used to eat him up in coverage, boy.
Yeah,
he was good against the run. Yeah, absolutely. So, what do y'all think, man? James Conner out against the Vikings. How much of an impact does that have against the Cardinals today? Um, Mitch, you and your great questions, man. Start it off for us.
So for me, it was actually James Conner. To me, it's just like that X factor, and he can go off at any given time, so it will have an impact. And Kyler Murray, D Hop is back, but James Conner is a viable weapon to James Conner and Kyler Murray, whatever you want to go at. So, yeah, it's going to have a big impact. I forget, who are they against?
Minnesota,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt against Minnesota. Minnesota's going to win.
Yeah. So what you think, Jeff?
I mean, it's a little bit of a blow for their offense, but this team mostly is a passing team anyway. And besides, you still got Kyler Murray using his legs, so they're going to probably design some more running plays for Kyler out there instead to maybe like take advantage of his scrambling ability and his rushing ability. And then obviously you got D Hop out there. AJ Green is probably going to get a bit more playing time. Now they obviously got Rondale Moore, so. And who knows? Maybe they got Robbie Anderson. They're going to unlock Robbie Anderson in that offense too. So I think they're going to throw the ball more anyway. So I mean, the Conner injury, it does hurt, but I think overall this team is probably going to be passing the football more. So yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt them as much.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt them. Like you said, it's going to be a heavy dose of DeAndre Hopkins anyway. Yeah. Kyler's probably going to throw at least 40 times. So they can fill in with whoever for backing up for Conner.
D-Hop, you covered, still getting the ball. D-Hop, you got double team, still getting the ball.
Still Everybody getting else? The ball. Yeah, and the Vikings, their secondary have taken some hits, you know what I'm saying? So I could see him doing something.
Patrick Peterson against his old team, so that's going to be interesting.
That's going to be very interesting, yeah, absolutely. But I think both of them teams going to have a problem with their secondary today because I don't think Cardinals got anybody to cover Jefferson.
Jefferson's going to go all.
And I'm waiting for Thielen to have his game, and it might be today. I'm waiting for him to have his breakout game. He has not had his typical Adam Thielen season. And I know that because he's on my fantasy.
Watch out for KJ Osborne, too. Their slot receiver is not bad. So KJ Osborne's another guy you got to look out for.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't think it's going to matter too much, man. And I did pick the Vikings to win.
One thing with where it affects the Cardinals a little bit because James Conner hasn't been having like some explosive season anyway, but by no means. And like you guys have mentioned, the Cardinals are a team that likes to fling the ball around a lot, get Kyler Murray out in open space, let him create, do what he does. But down by the goal line, James Conner is one of the savviest running backs down by the goal line. You know what I mean? Like he's that guy when you need that 1 yard at the goal line to punch it in the end zone. One of the more reliable guys is going to definitely get it there. So it could affect them down in those situations down in that area of the field. But other than that, I don't see it being that big of an impact.
I hate to say it, but that team really misses Edmonds. When they let him go in free agency, that Edmonds loss really hurt that offense because it gave them that that other dynamic besides Conner, who's more of the bull rusher, the north-south guy. Edmonds could bounce it out of the outside. So I think that loss in free agency has really impacted that team in terms of their overall run game.
Got you. 10-4. And then what do y'all think? The Broncos lose to these Jags. Do they fire their coach? What do you think?
Answer, yes.
I told you, leave him in London. Leave him right in London.
Make him take a boat back to the United States.
Just throw his passport into the ocean.
Well, look, I don't know, man, because the Jags.
I'd fire him even if they win. I'd fire him even if they win this game. Get him the hell out of there.
Who's the better coach, Jeff? Who's the better coach, Hackett or Steve Nash?
I really got to think about that one, bro. I really got to think about that one.
Hey, Dr. Don't forget about Dr.
Right. Hey, look, man. I honestly, I think he's gonna get fired. I don't know if it'll be after this game, even a win or loss, but they're probably gonna cement him being fired for sure. But I don't know because right now it's 10-7. the Jags keep going down and then shooting themselves in the foot. Trevor Lawrence just had intentional grounding, and now they took him out of field goal range, so they got to punt. And I just feel like you keep letting them hang around, they might mess around and sneak out a win today, for real.
I want them to win, because if they win, then it's going to start thinking, oh, maybe we have a chance in the playoffs. They're not going to trade Jerry Jeudy. So I want them to lose, because if they win, they're probably not trading Jeudy.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right, man. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, this is the best time of the show to me. The pick and prediction time. It is pick and prediction time as we go through these games and get everything rolling. Some of these games.
You want me to share the screen, or you got it?
Go ahead, bro. You got it. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
I got it. Give me a sec.
All right. Well, yeah.
Who picked the Broncos to win? Did anyone actually pick the Broncos?
No. I said yesterday on my stream that even though I wasn't picking them, I really felt like that they had a chance with Russell Wilson. They not looking good right now, but they still hanging around, so he might eke out a 2-point victory or something like that if the Jags don't get their act together.
I'm telling you, this Jacksonville Jaguars team, I mean, this team finds new ways to self-destruct. They're a good young team, but they can't.
Yep.
They always make these boneheaded plays, and a lot has to do with this head coach.
Yep.
I mean, Matt, how many times last week did they give us opportunities to win that game? We had no business at times winning that football game, but that head coach and that running back and quarterback kept making boneheaded plays to give us chances to win. And that they're doing it again today. So, I mean, that team needs to like really look in the mirror right now, because they got talent. It's just they find ways to shoot themselves in the foot, like you guys said.
Yeah, every time. So there you go. We got the first pick up. Mac, set it off, man. Who you got, man? Carolina or the Falcons?
I got the Falcons, because I just believe the Falcons are just they've been a more scrappier team this year. I've seen a lot of good efforts from the Falcons this season. Not to discount the Carolina Panthers completely, but the Falcons have been in pretty much most of their football games this season and it didn't matter who they were playing against, man. They battled back, they get in the games, and they came up short a few times, obviously. But I feel like they've been playing. They probably have been legitimately playing the best football in the NFC South for whatever that's worth. and I think Carolina's coming off that big win last week, and they're going to go down to Atlanta. And Atlanta, I think, is going to be able to handle their business and bring Carolina back down to reality.
All right, what do you think, Jeff?
I mean, I love the job that Arthur Smith is doing over there with that young Falcons team. Marcus Mariota is doing a solid job holding up the fort. I mean, they do need to get Kyle Pitts more involved in that offense. That running back that they got, I forgot what his name is, but he's having a pretty nice season over there in Atlanta. Yeah. So I mean, they got some nice pieces over there on offense, but I'm sticking with Carolina. I really think that this PJ Walker kid might be something over there. They might be riding the hot wave with PJ Walker, and plus, I mean, I don't know if I trust that Falcons defense, especially without AJ Terrell now at cornerback, and you got an elite receiver like DJ Moore, who I think he's probably going to be feisty against that secondary. And Terrace Marshall's not bad either. Now, I know Chuba Hubbard's out for this game, so, I mean, they're going to be a little bit short in terms of the run game, but I also like their defense. And I could see a guy like Brian Burns creating a pass rush against that Falcons offensive line. So, I'm taking the Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to get the win here. I think they're riding a little bit high with Steve Wilks as head coach now.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mitch?
So, if the Falcons win, are they first in their division if they win?
Whoever wins this game would be in first place.
Yeah.
So, winner takes first. Yep.
Why you laugh like that, man?
Because it's just like, I would never have thought that the Falcons and the Panthers would be battling for first
the Bucs
place.
and the Saints have been. Both the Bucs and Saints have been horrendous this year, so it's given these two teams a chance. And man, the Panthers fire their head coach and they get rid of their best player, and they have a chance to win the division.
Yeah, so for me, I got the Falcons. because I just don't trust the Panthers' quarterback situation. And the Falcons don't have Cordero Patterson still. He is still on IR, which is still a big blow. But at least they have a solid quarterback, so I'm going on that route.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Even like I said, I feel like Carolina coming back down after that win. I don't think they can handle all that. That was a bit much beating Brady, So I think the Falcons gonna win. They still finding a way to run a ball, like you said. Even with Cordell Patterson going down, because I thought with him going down for sure, I was like, oh, I guess the Falcons gonna be done. Because Mariota does not throw for a lot of yards, but he is very efficient with them when he does pass, though. It's complete.
Their running back's not bad this year too, so they might try to run the ball a lot on that Panthers defense.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm going Atlanta.
All right. Are we all? Oh wait, Philly shortstop. Are we all picking this?
Man, I'm going Dallas. I ain't got nothing to say. I don't know, Mac. Are y'all picking the Dallas or what you think?
I mean, yeah, I like Dallas, but I think this game is going to be closer than people expect it to be. I like the way Chicago's starting to trend. Offense is starting to trend a little upwards. You know what I mean? Finally getting a little bit of an identity, figuring out who they are. Yeah. And Justin Fields has been playing a lot better football the last couple of weeks, man. So, and they got something to play for, something to fight for, man. Green Bay's opening the door for them. Detroit is obviously who Detroit is. So Minnesota hasn't run away with the division yet. Chicago got something to fight for, and I think I still didn't come up short, but I think it's going to be a closer game than people expect.
Got to give a lot of credit to Eberflus and the job he's doing over there in Chicago with a team that doesn't have a lot of talent. And a lot of people thought that this team was going to be arguably one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the NFL. So you got to give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
But I just really believe the one thing that's going to be the key factor is Chicago's offensive line really going to be able to hold off that Dallas pass rush that just seems to be on another level right now. I mean, Micah Parsons might actually go off for like 3 or 4 sacks in this game against that defense.
I mean, the problem is, though, Jeff, the thing is with Chicago's ability to run the football with Khalil Herbert and Justin Fields, it's pretty dynamic, man. And
that's true, but you got to try to make sure you box them in. You got to box those guys in and let them not break out.
Keep that Cowboys defense on their heels a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe ease up that pass rush.
You're right. No, you're right about that. That's up to that defense being able to bottle that running game in and not allow Justin Fields to bounce out to the outside or run up the middle. But if they can end up doing that, I could easily see this pass rush of Dallas just absolutely feasting on that offensive line and making it a very long day for Justin Fields. So, yeah, I just think Dallas – the defense is just going to be the reason why they win this game. And the offense will just do – they'll do as much as they can. They'll do their job, but the defense is just really good.
Okay.
I got Dallas not even going to be close.
I mean, the Bears, they played really well last week. Like Max said,
they do.
You said Philly Sports Wrap, they got an identity they're starting to show. I mean, they played really well against New England, but I don't know if that's New England just being bad or the Bears finally figuring out what their identity is. So,
yeah, I don't know, man. They said they took some of the Ravens' offense and applied it to Justin Fields, is why they looked a little different last week. But I ain't seen enough for me to feel comfortable with them. That's why I'm sticking with them.
They don't have a lot of elite talent on the outside, which is hurting them too. Besides Mooney, they don't have a receiver that's really that good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
There it is. Mitch, go ahead and set us off, man. What do you think?
Dolphins next.
Jeff?
Yeah, Dolphins. But they're not stopping Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. This is going to be ugly.
Yeah. Matt?
Yeah, I like Detroit to continue their path to the number 1 overall draft pick.
Bye-bye, Jared Goff.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins, man. There ain't much to say about that
one. Okay.
There we go. All right, Mac, what you got?
This is a fun one here. Oh man, I'm sticking with my pick. I like the Cardinals here, man, for the upset, man. I really do, man. I just think this offense is so much more dynamic when DeAndre Hopkins is involved and back. This is the second week back. Oh man, it's just gonna get even better. I mean, you see how many targets he got a week ago, like 14 or something like that. It's he's gonna look to throw to DeAndre Hopkins no matter what. Like Jeff said, it doesn't matter what the coverage is. D Hop, you over there? I'm gonna give you a chance, man. He's gonna throw that thing up there to him. So I think this Cardinal team, man, can go in Minnesota and stun the Vikings, man. Vikings coming off that bye week. This is a pretty potentially dynamic offense to contend with, fresh off your bye. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this Vikings team is for real. But I like the Cardinals here in the upset.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mac. I'm taking the Vikings. I think the Vikings are just too much. And like you said with DeAndre Hopkins, I'm saying it with Justin Jefferson. I mean, Byron Murphy's not bad, but who the hell on that secondary is going to be stopping Justin Jefferson? He's going to be going. That dude is going to be going off in this game, and I think that's Darius Smith and Daniil Hunter on the outside against that Cardinals offensive line that's a little banged up right now. Especially no Justin Pugh. I mean, DJ Humphries, please. I mean, come on. I think that those two guys are going to be feasting on the outside against Kyler Murray. If they can just keep him boxed in and not allow him to rush out. Plus, that's going to be a fun matchup with DeAndre Hopkins against Patrick Peterson on the outside. I think Hopkins will get his, but I just don't think there's anybody on that Cardinals team that's going to stop Justin Jefferson. Then Dalvin Cook will get his. I think the Vikings are going to win this one.
All right, Mitch, what you got, man?
Well, before I go make my prediction, Darren Waller will not play today, so I could change my fantasy lineup. So
that dude is always hurt now. He's always.
I had to pick up Taysom Hill.
Thank you for telling me, bro. I got to take him out my daggone.
I forgot that there was a game on and I didn't put on Eric Ebron. Now he has like 12 points.
Wow.
But for me, I get the Vikings next.
What up, Taco?
Yeah, I'm going Vikings, man. You can move along.
Yo, what up,
is Eric
Taco?
Ebron signed? Is Eric
Trevor
Ebron? Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Jeez, dude, bro.
That was terrible.
What's up, Taco? What's good?
That dude is not looking like a number
Taco.
one pick. He is not looking like a number one pick, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's struggling out there right now. It's 10-7 at the half.
Yeah, and Eric Ebron scored a touchdown. I didn't even start him.
Eric Ebron's in the league? I thought he was a free agent still. You mean Evan Ingram?
Ingram, my bad.
Yeah, our former tight end. I was about to say. I don't think Eric Ebron's
I started Evan Ingram today in one of my lineups.
I didn't.
Smart on that
I
one.
think
aren't
Darren
you?
Waller was going to be playing.
Absolutely did.
Hey, I got to give credit where credit is due. Ingram's doing his thing over there in Jacksonville, so kudos to the dude.
Whatever. He wasn't doing shit here, so.
Yeah, I know.
He said he wasn't doing nothing here.
He wasn't. He was too busy tipping balls up and causing interceptions. So
I might have to go with the Saints here because Darren Waller's out.
no, Raiders. Raiders.
I mean, that's not enough of a reason to go with the Saints, I don't think either. But
Yeah, I think
I
I'm
like
going
the
Raiders then. Watch that the Saints win.
Two Giants fans, not just one. Two Giants fans on the panel. So I mean, come on. You got
There's
two Giants
Eagle
fans up here,
too.
Taco.
What the hell? We're 6-0.
No, Raiders are gonna win this.
Yeah, the Raiders gonna win, man. That ain't
Devontae
nothing.
Adams is gonna have a day.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
here we go. This a coin flip for me, for real. It shouldn't be, because I just don't know what New England we gonna get, man. But Mac, I'm gonna let you start it.
that was a good point you just said. Like, you never know what New England you're going to get, but
Yeah.
these last couple of weeks, man, the New England we've been getting has not been a good New England.
No.
So, yeah, I like the Jets here. I just love that momentum they riding with. I know they had a couple big injuries last week, but I still believe that the Jets are just right now playing much better football. Zach Wilson is getting more and more comfortable back there and starting to ascend to the levels that the Jets were hoping for him to ascend to. So I think that the acquisition of James Robinson this week was clutch. Brees Hall goes down, you immediately fill that spot, fill that void. Michael Carter is still another guy that can make plays as well with his legs. You got to. I just think the Jets are a little too much for the Patriots. As weird as that may sound, I just think the Jets
Yeah, that's
are
like
a little too much for him. Sauce Gardner is looking like defensive rookie of the year right now.
He's looking like the best quarterback in the league right now. The way he's playing,
nuts. You know what I mean?
Bro.
So hats off to the Jets, man. Shout out to the Jets, man. You know they doing big things up there, man. I love seeing New York football being back in the NFL, man. Let's go.
Me too, bro. I'm very happy about that. And bandwagon, Mr. Taco, bandwagon. Go check out Mac and my stuff last year, and we'll show you bandwagon stuff, the suffering we had to go through. But yeah, I got the Jets. I honestly don't even think this is going to be close. I think this is going to be a game the Jets have circled for a while. I think after last year, what happened with the Patriots. If you guys don't remember, it was Richard Seymour Day when they were retiring his jersey. And who do you want that jersey to be retired on what game? The Jets. You don't think the Jets are thinking about that now that it's going to be over here in New York? I think the Jets have been circling this game the entire offseason as a payback for all the years that the Patriots have made a joke of the Jets. I think the Jets are going to go out there and they're going to have a game. I think that Zach Wilson's going to play well. I can see Garrett Wilson having a good game. I think they have one of the best cornerback duos because I think Reed is doing a hell of a job opposite of Sauce Gardner and Sauce. I can say this dude is right now the best cornerback in the NFL.
Cornerback duo, but that can be a debate.
No, the Jets cornerback duo has been unbelievable. Sal is doing a hell of a job over there.
I know. It could be up for debate, though. That's what I'm saying.
I actually think that this is going to be the biggest blowout of the entire weekend. I think the Jets are going to blow the hell out of New England in the Meadowlands. So I got the Jets in this one.
Okay. I've got the Jets, but anything can happen in Mets life. So I'm just saying right there, anything can happen in Mets life. So I'm going with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Jets, man. It's not a sure, confident pick, but I'm gonna go with the Jets because like I said, I don't know which New England gonna show up, but how many sacks has Jermaine Johnson gotten this year? I know the corner been balling. I've been meaning to check on that because I
honestly can't say I've heard much. Honestly,
I have not heard much about him either. I'm just wondering about that because I know I was real high about him coming out the draft and was like, yeah, we need to get Jermaine Johnson, but I ain't heard.
Think he might have a sack or two. I don't know. I'll check it.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to Jets, man. So we can go ahead and move on.
All right.
He's got 1.5 sacks. I
wonder
believe.
who we all like here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Let's go Steelers. Come on.
Already know who I'm rolling with. Mitch, we're gonna let you close that one out. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm going Eagles all day. And I told y'all yesterday we got Pinky and a Biscuit over there on the other side, but Pinky is the one playing, and I think he's gonna throw at least 2 picks today, and we win the game.
All right.
What you got, Jeff or Mac? Either one.
Well, let's see. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers to get absolutely trashed. To get absolutely trashed today by the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said on your show, I'm not backing down from what I said on your show. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers go out there and have like one of those kind of like 6 turnover type of days. Yeah. Whereas I just think it's going to be a mess, and the Eagles are going to throw up like 40.
This is going to be worse than the Pacers against the Nets. I'm just letting you know that right now. This is going to be worse than the Pacers.
Why do we gotta keep throwing those net shots in there? Come on, man. We got enough suffering so far at the beginning of that team already.
Hey, fans are suffering too with our coach.
I agree.
I hope you're all right, Taco and Almighty in the chat. I hope you're absolutely right. I hope I'm very wrong with this, but I just don't see it. The Steelers are a mess, and the Eagles are just way, way better.
Yeah, I agree with Mac. I think that this is going to be one of those games where you got a rookie quarterback going against that defense. I think Darius Slay and James Bradbury are just licking their chops to go out there against this rookie because this dude has been a turnover machine. Even if he gets taken out and you put Trubisky in, it's not really that much better. It's probably worse. I mean, their offense right now just can't generate anything. And even their defense has been giving up a lot of yardage as well. So I just think this is just one of those years for Pittsburgh. Tomlin's going to have one of those rough years. I could easily see, and I think this is Devontae Smith just having one of those games against that Steelers defense. So I think that Smith is going to have a big one. But I got the Eagles on this one. I hate saying it, but the Eagles are going to win this game pretty.
I got
pretty
the Eagles
handily.
defense in my fantasy lineup. I got Devontae Smith in my fantasy lineup.
See, Mac was smart. He looked at that game and he's like, you know what? This is looking like a pretty favorable matchup against Kenny Pickett and that Steelers team.
All right. I'm gonna give myself full screen for this one.
Go ahead.
So, this is the most confident I've ever had in the Eagles season. Like, it's just writing on the wall right now. I mean, I got 32-14.
Okay.
32-14.
Yeah, see, Cole's agrees. Cole says it's a trap game. It could be a trap game.
What's going on, Cole?
Hey,
I don't think it's a trap
for the
game.
Cowboys too.
And almighty Deontay Johnson just signed an extension with Pittsburgh. He's not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh would be crazy to let him go.
Oh yeah, I have Deontay Johnson on my fantasy team. So
that's why I never thought they would trade Claypool, because you got a rookie quarterback there. Why would you take away weapons? They got 3 good receivers. You want to try to have him grow with those players, so it doesn't make sense.
I have Deontay Johnson on my fantasy team, so can we let him score like 2 touchdowns and then we just win? I'll be fine.
That dude,
I'll be fine with that. Hey, if he scores a lot, I'm fine with it. As long as we come out with the dub.
Yep. So who else we got? Mitch, who's next?
Titans, Texans.
All right.
Titans.
Titans. I gotta take the Titans. I'm curious to see Malik Willis in this game, getting his first opportunity to start, how he's gonna look out there. So I mean, I think he's gonna even add another dynamic to that Titans offense along with Derrick Henry. I mean, it's gonna be similar to what the Giants have with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. You got 2 guys that can run the football.
Sports Wrap, can you send your screen? I'll be right back.
Malik Willis can rush the ball from the outside. I mean, you got to think about how our team's going to be able to stop both those guys in that rush offense. And then plus, the Titans defense is really getting it together too. So I just think that the Texans, as good as they are, I think they're just going to be overwhelmed by this Titans team. I think Vrabel's doing an excellent job over there, riding the ship after that team got off to a right start. So I got the Titans.
All right. What you got, Matt?
I definitely agree with you, Jeff, man. I think, given the fact Malik Willis is getting his first career start, that the Titans are going to throw a heavy dose of King Henry out there, man. Heavy dose of Derrick Henry coming to Houston Texans' way, and I just think they're just going to pretty much manhandle him. And it's not to knock what they're doing over there in Houston. Dameon Pierce, you know what I mean, is definitely a good running back, up and coming, man, that's been making some noise, man, making some big plays. But I think it's just going to be not quite enough, man. And Davis Mills always seems to kind of make those critical mistakes, man, in clutch situations, man. So
yeah,
I just think it's going to be and Tennessee is starting to trend upward again too, getting their mojo back. Got off to that slow start this season, but they have turned things around, man, and looking like the Tennessee Titans that we remember and know and expected to see, to be quite frank. So
Gotcha.
I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee here in this game as well, man.
Yeah, I picked Tennessee myself, man. On this, I was like, yeah, they're gonna definitely run. I felt like they was gonna just run. They're gonna run the ball. Houston couldn't stop the run, and that was big. So if I know Tennessee, how physical they like to be, they're gonna definitely run that ball, and it's gonna be a wrap. Harris is about to run all over the Eagles in the third quarter, bruh.
I love to see it.
Bruh, Coles, I tell you what, man. It could be a trap game, but and I am worried about. I said this to somebody yesterday. I meant to even mention it on my stream. Harris, Najee Harris is hard to bring down, man. He reminds me of Saquon sometimes. That joker is he low center of gravity, strong legs. He's hard to tackle, and I hope we don't run into that problem. I hope we do wrap him up, because I know coming off a bye, you know, think you get sloppy in certain aspects of the game just a little bit. You've been off for a week, so I'm hoping it ain't tackling today. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like I said, I'm going with the Titans on that one. Mitch, you back? I guess it's still all right. So our next one, we got the Commanders and the Falcons. Who y'all got, man? Oh, there we go.
I'm taking the Commanders. I mean,
I
I think the Colts are starting to come to the realization that they got to stop banking on over the heel franchise quarterbacks that are clearly not what they used to be. This team is clear. There's one football team right now in the NFL that is being impacted with losing a franchise quarterback like they did when they lost Andrew Luck. It's the Indianapolis Colts. This team has been destroyed trying to rely on these old quarterbacks that can't get it done, or quarterbacks that are scatterbrained. Tried it with Phillip Rivers, didn't work. Tried it last year with Carson Wentz, didn't work. Now they're trying it this year with Matt Ryan. Hell, didn't work. So I mean, now they're going with a kid that Ellinger. He's okay. He was pretty decent over there with the Texas. But yeah, I just think the Commanders. I think they're starting to put things together. I think that Heineke is one of those types of quarterbacks that is just like. He's not overly talented, but he's just one of those gritty old school quarterbacks that can just rally up a team. So I think that Washington might start playing really hard for Heineke. So I'm taking the Commanders. I think they're starting to, get their stride together. And hey, they win. The NFC East is the only division with teams all 500 and above. So
yeah,
give their respect back to our division.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm thinking it's going to be the Commanders, man. I like I said, Heineke getting it together. So I'm definitely picking the Commanders. I don't know about this Colts new quarterback, man. I really don't, man. So yeah.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm with. I don't know anything about this guy. Like I said, I don't follow college football overly close like that. So this guy he's not a guy that I have no clue who he is. His name is doesn't even ring a bell to me.
Yeah.
So I like Washington today because Indianapolis is a mess, man. They've been just like Jeff said, man. They've been going about it all the wrong way, trying to replace Andrew Luck, man. They've just instead of just going out there trying to draft and get a guy in there, man, and getting them ready, they've been going. Now they got to still end up going that route anyway. So it's like they just wasted these last few years, and it's a mess over there. Jonathan Taylor is just not looking like the Jonathan Taylor that I drafted number 2 overall in my fantasy draft.
Exactly.
In one of my leagues, Derrick Henry dropped to me in 7.
So he's not looking like that guy for me. And Washington led by Taylor Heineke, man. I believe in that, man. Right now, it just looked so much better last week when he came and got inserted into this offense. So
the sad part is too. They would actually be in the playoff hunt right now if they weren't playing in the NFC East. With how bad the rest of the conference is, that team would actually be competing for a playoff spot, but then they have to look up and see that the other 3 teams in their division have all been playing phenomenal football. So Washington is just in a bad spot overall. But I mean, Indianapolis.
Thank you, Taco. Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, Indianapolis, geez, they it's like baseball. They struck out 3 times with the quarterback.
Oh wait, I didn't make my pick.
Oh shucks, I didn't know you came back, bro. My bad.
You're good. This is all I got to do for my pick.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up.
Next.
That's the stupidest video ever.
Oh God, he said next.
they want us to laugh at them when they do something like that.
They made that 2 months before the season even started.
You don't see the Giants dropping stuff like this. We're the only team that doesn't have cheerleaders. We don't need distractions like that.
Matt, who you got, man? You got the 49ers or you got the Rams?
I like the Rams here, man. I know the whole 49ers-Rams rivalry has been very, very lopsided for the 49ers' favor, but I just got a feeling the Rams get their season back on track with a big win here against the 49ers today, man. I mean, I know they got Christian McCaffrey inserted in there after now with a full week of work in there out in practice, but without Debo Samuel, I don't know, man. Jimmy Garoppolo is still their quarterback, and I just believe that the Rams can get their season back on track with a big win against the 49ers, man.
Okay. All right. What about you, Jeff?
I mean, this is actually one of those really difficult games to pick because both these teams have just been absolutely underachieving throughout the entire year so far. You figure both these teams would be in the hunt as one of the two of the top teams in the NFC. I mean, without Debo, it does make it lean more towards the Rams, but you know what? I'm going to take the 49ers. I don't know why. I don't trust this Rams team for some reason. I think that Super Bowl hangover is real, and the fact that their offensive line is awful. They can't run the football. Their offensive line can't hold up or protect. I mean, they're getting nothing from the wide receiver position besides Cooper Kupp. Even their defense just doesn't seem the same as it was last year without Von Miller. So I don't know who on the 49ers is injured right now, who's not playing. I mean, I'm assuming Nick Bosa and Arik Armstead is playing, so it's going to help out that pass rush. I just think that Jimmy G and that offense, even without Debo Samuel, is going to do enough to win this game because they still got a lot of weapons on that offense. So I think it's going to be a George Kittle type of day.
Yeah, I feel y'all, but I say this: the 1 week since Debo is out, the Rams is going to get it together and sneak out a win. I'm even though I picked them on everything else, I picked the 49ers in my pool and everything, but this is before Debo went down. So I'm thinking that Rams might get it together this week, might hold up just enough for them to eke out the W.
Yeah.
Over the 49ers this week. That's my pick.
All right. And Taco, I really appreciate that. Thank you. So I can retweet your shares. So that really is important.
Thank you, Taco.
Thank you.
Thank
And
yeah, thanks.
Taco's my best mod. He's been a mod for me for over a year. He shares everybody's stuff. So
yeah, appreciate that.
Appreciate it a lot, Taco. Thank you.
I got 2 words. Christian McCaffrey. Next.
So you think he gonna really come out and do something this week, huh?
Yeah. They might need him. They might. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Giants.
He got the Giants.
Because whenever I pick against them, they win. Whenever I pick for them, they win. So I'm like,
hot for you on that one, huh? Mac?
I picked Seattle in the upset, man, and I even picked them in the spread to cover the spread.
That's an upset.
Well, the Seahawks are the favorites coming into this game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, what else is new? We're always not the favorite.
But you know what? We'll continue to play that role of underdog with our 6-1 record, and we're gonna go out to the Pacific Northwest. And I don't care that they're playing DK Metcalf. Tyler Lockett's been impressive. You know what I mean? Geno Smith has been having a career year. I get it. But it doesn't matter because we got number 26 and we got number 8 looking like a real NFL quarterback. And look, you know, I just think we're going to go out there and do what we've been doing, and I think we find a way to get the job done out in Seattle again this week. We're going to keep winning, grinding these games out because this New York Giants team is going to play all the way to the end. Defensively, I like to see us get off to a better start than we did last week. You know what I mean? We got to make some bigger plays earlier. Don't let Seattle get that confidence. Don't let that 12th man get involved. Keep that 12th man out of the game, you know, and just got to get off to a fast start in this one and keep that ball rolling. I look for the Giants to actually throw 30 up on the Seattle Seahawks today. So I like the Giants 30-24 in this one, man.
All right. Okay. So on this one here, it's the Sunday night game.
We already picked.
I just got 10 quick words for the Giants game real quick. 10 quick words, simple as easy.
Do you want
Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Kayvon Thibodeau, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence. Giants all day. Those 5 guys are going to have impact in that game.
Okay. All right. We got you. My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to miss you either.
No, it's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good. And
No.
Wandale Robinson. I can't forget about our boy Wandale. He's going to have a nice game over there against that Seattle defense.
Okay. All right. So next one, Sunday night. Green Bay and Buffalo. I think everybody know who they getting. But we're gonna run through it. Mitch, who you got, bro?
I got Buffalo.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I really would hope this is going to be even like a somewhat competitive game, but I mean that Packers team just looks awful. They look so. They're missing a bunch of wide receivers too. No Randall Cobb, no Alan Lazard. I don't believe that Sammy Watkins. Shocker, he's hurt again. I don't think he's playing. So I mean, they're going to be relying on rookies against that Buffalo Bills team. The Packers have no offensive line. Their offensive line is horrendous. Protecting Aaron Rodgers, it's going to get ugly. I could honestly see the Bills having 4 or 5 sacks today against that offensive line. And I just think that Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, and that Bills offense is going to have a day. I just really think this is going to be a massacre. I think that the Bills are going to they're just going to keep rolling. And for the Packers, unfortunately, you guys are just getting the best team in the NFL at the wrong time. So yeah, Bills.
Yeah, absolutely. Mac, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's going to be upset here tonight is the Packers fans. You know what I mean? It's this. I just don't see any chance that the Packers have here with the way they've been playing, the way things been looking. This is definitely not what you needed right now with this stretch of the season. What they've been going through these last few weeks. The Bills is definitely not the answer. They're not. That's not who you're going to get your season turned back around at the expense of the Buffalo Bills. So. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, I think, in a massacre.
How many touchdowns do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to throw?
I don't think he's going to throw any.
1 if he did any. 1.
Okay, how many interceptions?
Probably 1. If he don't throw a lot of picks.
I guess 2.
Okay.
I'm going 2.
Who's he throwing the football to? That's the thing. They're going to have to run the ball and run the ball a lot. If they're going to have any shot, I mean, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon are going to have to do a hell of a job on the ground because they're not going to be able to pass the ball a lot.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Jeff. Because do you see one of those guys getting traded for the NFL trade deadline?
No. The Packers they just signed Aaron Jones to a deal, and I don't think they're going to trade Dillon. I think that's their identity. If they want to have, and because the fact that they still have a chance to make the playoffs because of how open that NFC is, I think they're going to try to hope that they can right the ship in the second half. And Aaron Rodgers is not throwing 3 TDs. Stop it, almighty.
Well, I tell you what. Real quick, Broncos just scored, so they're winning. I told you they're gonna keep letting Russell hang around. Broncos mess around and win the game. 14-10 now.
Judy again? Was it Judy again or no?
Damn.
No, that was their running back, Melvin Gordon.
Okay.
I forgot about that game already.
I don't blame you, man. With how bad that game is, I don't blame you for forgetting about it.
Yeah.
I didn't even start Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. Almighty keep talking about he said he's dead ass that Rodgers throwing 3 touchdowns today.
To who?
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, that's y'all Giant fan, man.
Romeo Dobbs, I
You know
guess.
what he'll do? Aaron Rodgers will throw a ball really high.
I tell you what, fantasy owners, fantasy football owners, Travis Etienne is 14 carries, 107 yards already, though. I tell you what, he's putting that work in. Anybody that's got him in the lineup.
He is. Etienne's nice. He's just got to stop turning the football over. That's his problem.
Yeah, he's balling. He's balling
a lot, but he's a damn good running back.
Hey, I'm picking the Bills on this one. Of course, I don't. I think they're gonna be all over it. Von Miller, I think Von Miller gets 2 sacks today. They're not beating them, man. They're not beating them at all. I don't see it happening at all. Hey, Mitch, would you do me a favor and take over, man? I need to hop on this other show real quick. I suppose.
I got you.
Since we here, y'all can handle that Monday nighter.
Who's even playing?
All right, Philly.
So Cincy and the Cincinnati and the Cleveland Browns playing Monday night.
We don't even need this for that.
I think Cleveland's another team that's in
I
dysfunction
got Cleveland
right now.
winning that, I think.
Yeah, I think Cleveland's in
Cleveland because of the
dysfunction.
run game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I'm taking Cincinnati. I think that's a football team right now that's just hitting their stride. I think they're similar to what Kansas City was last year, where their offensive line was just learning how to gel with one another, and they were turning the ball over like crazy. They got off to that rough start. I think now, even without Chase, you still got Higgins, you still got Boyd, you got Mixon at running back. They could probably use Hayden Hurst a lot more in the passing game. So I just think that the Bengals are just a more talented team, even without Jamar Chase. So I got the Bengals. I don't trust that Browns team at all, and they're dealing with a lot of injuries too.
I mean, put it into perspective. You got Jamar Chase, a talent like Jamar Chase that's out for extended time, but you still have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, they're not Jamar Chase, but at the same time, they are still very good receivers. I'd take either one of them right now in New York City. I tell you that.
Yeah. It would instantly be our number one. Instantly.
But it's just, the Bengals are too talented, and I think they're starting to get things rolling too. And Joe Burrow, I mean, he's not going to come out there and throw for 500 yards again this week, but at the same time, I think he looks to have another big game. And Joe Mixon, man, has a big game. And I just think they're just going to go out there and handle the Cleveland Browns. Battle of Ohio. We got the Battle of Ohio today. Got the Battle of Pennsylvania. Let's go.
I'm just saying it. Look, on Fox right now, they're showing our boys Saquon Barkley with Michael Strahan right now. Sit-down interview. I love it. I love it.
Almighty, Deshaun's coming back around week 11?
I don't know. I mean, there's still more things coming out about Watson. I mean,
oh my God.
There's more of these things coming out from other women about this whole Deshaun Watson situation. So I really don't know what's
like a new
happen.
one. It's almost like a new one every week. It seems like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's crazy with him. So that team, they're a team also in dysfunction right now, and they're dealing with a lot of injuries. So I
got Deshaun Watson stashed on one of my fantasy rosters.
Yeah, well, that's actually pretty smart in case if he does come back. But who's he going to be throwing the football to at the same time? I mean, he's got Cooper, but who else? Njoku's injured. I mean, they're going to be running the whole ball a whole lot with Chubb. So, I mean, I don't even know.
I mean,
and Kareem Hunt might be on the trading block. I just remember that.
Oh, yeah, it's true. They could trade Kareem Hunt, but they got some good backups.
Eagle could take him.
You guys don't need him.
We'll give you a fourth.
No, you guys don't need him.
Yes, we do.
But
hold on, Zach. I wanted to trade.
I didn't. I didn't want Deshaun Watson. I don't care. I never wanted him. I wanted to give Daniel Jones a fair shot. I wanted to give this dude his fair shot. And you know what? Thank the Lord that we didn't make that trade, because thank the Lord we did not trade for Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, or anybody else out there, because you know what? Daniel Jones looks pretty good out there. He looks better than Russell Wilson. He looks better than Deshaun Watson right now, even though he hasn't played. Still, I'd take Daniel Jones right now over any of them, because Jones is looking good out there with a guy that could get the most out of his talent.
Had the Giants made some kind of weird splash trade and traded for Deshaun Watson, look, at the end of the day, it would have been a backfire, because as you see, he's not available right now. So it worked out. It worked out. I mean, plus now with all this time off, we don't know what we're going to even expect to see when he gets back on the field, because it's been an extended amount of time off from football for him, and you got to come out there and get your feet wet again. So we'll see.
And that's it right there, Mac. That you just said it too. What is Deshaun Watson right now? The dude hasn't played football in over almost 2 years. I mean, you're expecting him to go out there and just be the old Deshaun Watson with the team that's banged up and the team that's just in absolute dysfunction. I mean, look at Michael Thomas. The dude didn't play for 2 years and he's already back on the shelf. So people got to temper their expectations, thinking that this is going to be the same Deshaun Watson immediately that he was a couple of years ago down there in Houston. I mean, it's going to take time for this guy to get his feet wet, even whenever he even actually plays. So You got to temper your expectations for this guy a little bit.
And actually, breaking news: Ezekiel Elliott is out. He's not playing for the Cowboys.
That actually might be an upgrade for them.
They've been just prolonging that decision. It was there. They knew he wasn't playing from the earlier in this week.
That actually might help them. It's gonna be a heavy dose of Tony Pollard, so it's gonna help them out.
Oh, all right, Earl. Welcome back. And just in time, Earl, for some hot takes. Do you guys have any hot takes to make for football today? Anything?
Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley are going to have 350 combined yards rushing. Yes, I said it.
Wow.
350 yards rushing against. I'm throwing it out there. If we could do it last week, man, we could do it again. I'm throwing it out there.
So what? Saquon will run for 250 and Daniel Jones will run for 100?
All right, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm going to say like about 250. My apologies. Okay. I got my numbers a little bit mixed up there. 250. I think Barkley, I know I got a little bit crazy with that one. I think Barkley I honestly think that Barkley could run for 150 because this dude has been bottled up for a while. And you know what? Why can't Jones do it again? Why can't he run for another 100? This team can't stop the run. Well, the Giants are clearly going to run the football, so.
Tyreek Hill owners in fantasy, get them in y'all lineups, even though I don't have to tell y'all that. I think Tyreek Hill goes over 200 yards receiving today against the Detroit Lions defense.
Damn.
Ooh. And Jalen Waddle gets 100 as well. It's good. What about you, Mitch? I'm
trying to think right now. The Philadelphia Eagles will run for I got to go for two. I'm actually going to go for 200. The Eagles are going to run for over 200 yards against the Steelers.
Is that Miles by himself, or is it going to be a collective run game?
It's going to be a collective. You got to include Jalen Hurts in that.
Okay.
You got it. So, anyone in the chat got any hot takes before we head on out and get ready for some football? Like, what are you guys doing for the 1 o'clock?
I'm just sitting my ass down and just watching the 1 o'clock games.
I'm going to relax. I'm going to watch a little bit of that Eagles game. I'm going to watch a little bit of that Cowboys game, and just chill out.
Check out that Jets game, too. Check out that Jets and Patriots
back and forth on those. Get something else fired up somewhere. I don't know. I'd watch a lot of football. I only got one TV, but I managed to still watch a lot of football.
Same thing. and guys, just remember, at 4:25, I'm going to be calling the Giants and the Seahawks game. And then afterwards, make sure you guys go tune in to our guy on the left when he does the True Blue Aftermath for the New York Giants and Seattle Seahawks game. So we're going to all be hopping over there, going to represent and support our guy, Matt the Giants fan. So just a little reminder for you guys of a couple of programs will be coming up later.
And then you're doing the Sunday Night Football too.
I might. I'm thinking about I might do the Sunday Night Football game, but I could just say because the game's going to start by the time we're over there on Max Channel, so I might just skip it and just decide to just watch the game, as a fan.
Okay, so let me know and I'll take it off.
Okay.
Which NFL team will score high and often? So, who's playing against the worst defense?
Well, it's Detroit. I think Detroit's going to be giving up a whole lot of yardage against the Dolphins. I mean, does anybody really think that they're going to stop Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill? I don't. I think it's going to get ugly.
I think the Eagles score high.
I was just about to say.
That too, yeah. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are going to have themselves days.
Yeah. The Eagles, my prediction was 32-14. This is the highest I've ever predicted for the Eagles.
You guys got to be careful, though, to make sure you don't have that trap game, though, because you are coming off a bye. So you got to make sure you
I think the trap game will be on Thursday against Houston. It's a short week.
It could. That's true. It could. I don't know. I don't trust Houston right now. I think there's the team that's just two. You really think he's going to have 2 INTs, Jeff Okudah? I mean, he could. If Hurts is just absolutely if he's inaccurate out there on the field, but I don't see it.
Guys, we're about to close out the Sunday morning show. I know I came on late. I had some family things, but that didn't work out, so I just hopped on. And you guys have anything else coming up for the week that you're doing on your channel? Anything for the week?
Well, I'll be calling the Monday Night Football game, the Bengals and Bills, and you can check me out over on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing the Heart of the City podcast with our guy on the Big Blue Crew, Unpopular Opinion Sports, aka MYG22, as well as Coach Ed Gladney with Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. So I'm going to be doing that around 8:30 on Tuesday night. And who knows? You guys might be seeing a Premium Take Show sometime in the future, too. So make sure you guys have your calendars open because a Premium Take Show could be dropping when you least expect it.
Yeah.
And, Mac, you know what to tell them.
Most definitely. And on Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, check out me and my guy Adam Casas for another edition of The Real Deal NFC East Roundup. Cover that whole NFC East talk, break down the NFC East, break down the week 8 matchups, and we're gonna definitely talk about them week 9 matchups, man. So definitely join me and my guy. We do that thing every Wednesday night, every Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We broadcast my channel, Adam's channel, the Hardcore Network. You know what I mean? We bring it to you, man.
Mm-hmm. And as for me, on Tuesday night, MK Headlines, episode 50. It's me, Further AM, and Next Shift Randy, and our special guest is Desert Eagle 90. So it's going to be a very big stream celebrating 50 episodes of my show, MK Headlines. Wow, 50. I still can't believe it. But, yeah, guys. And then the World Series is going to be on the Hardcore Sports on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's going to be on Philly Halftimes and our new guy, Philly Sports Talk Podcast. Robert, so it's going to be on their channels as well. I mean, the World Series has been blowing up for Philly Halftime. He got 400 views on each of them. So it's been great for him.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on, Houston. Do your job, Houston. I don't want to see another NL East team win the World Series. I'm sick of it.
I do. I want to see it.
No, I don't. I'm sick of watching in our division win the World Series, and then the Mets are too busy sitting at home. So please, Houston, do your job and beat them.
Houston, you have a problem. But seriously, the Phillies will not win. Reverse psychology. All right, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We have at least 10 likes on the live stream. Much appreciated. We had 6 people at most. We really appreciate all the support we've been getting. And, yeah, guys, we'll catch you all later. Have a good one. Have a good night. Have a good day. Go Eagles. Let's go.
Let's go, Big Blue.
Long one.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement of freedom. Goes after you get struck by lightning.